Well, good morning everyone. Ian from DIY Home and Gardening, 2nd of March. The rain has subsided momentarily, so I thought I'd nip out, make a start on the video. So I'll turn the camera around and we can have a look as to what's going on. Thought I'd make a start down here. This is the blackberry Wichita, and hopefully you can notice it's looking a bit tidier. Cut out all the old stems to just leave the new stuff, and you can see that actually it's trying to put on growth. So that basically is a sign for me to pull my finger out and to get this lot all tied in. But yeah, it's nearly here. Springs are coming. Nip to this side. The pear starting to produce a bit of leaf bud there. Apple still fairly tight. Rain's just about to come. So under here, I don't know what's happening. So this is the rhubarb. It's a couple of signs of a sprouting, so that's good. Oh, whilst we're here we are. That's the wild garlic. That's within the pot itself, and then the other bit, all those leaves there, that's also wild garlic as well, starting to pop. Let's get in. Well, before we head in, there we are, gooseberry. All got signs of life to it. So cold. Definitely warmer in here though. Oh, I can hear the rain. Oh, right. So in here is a totally different story. You've got this, the lemon verbena, aloysia, all looking nice and healthy. So that's great to see. The hard prune back that it had has really benefited. Then lemongrass. I actually need to pot that up because I've decided I'm not going to be using this one this year. I just want to get it going to a bigger size. So yeah, that's my last remaining one because we did use the others, or the other stems. So I'm going to pot this into some fresh compost. Now it started producing its leaf, so I'm going to try and get that to bulk up a little bit. Solanums, Quintoriensis, Narangilla, looking good. The avocado doing its thing. So now on to the next bits. Alright, let's just get that off. So I'm not sure how things are progressing over here, so let's have a look. Need to move some stuff. Right, so under here are tomatoes which I put in only a few days ago. Ooh, I've actually got a couple. So those ones there, they're San Marzano, and one of the honeycomb has germinated, so that's good. It's encouraging. So we are Saturday today, so they went in on Tuesday, so that's pretty quick. Within there, so I've got some padron peppers. We got some, used them in a meal the other night, and sort of saved some seed from that. I didn't have any padrons, so just fancied them. Dahlia imperalis as cuttings. This is just starting to sprout with a bit of heat, so this is a Pleone Formosaniana, something along them lines, orchid. Dahlia cuttings. This batch have struggled a little bit. I think it's just because it's been so wet this week, but encouragingly though, which I spotted the other day, look at that. So that is Dahlia germanda. So I was really pleased to try and get a couple of those, and even more happy that that one's sprouting, so that's good. Plenty of cutting material on there. Need to do some cutting today. Cornell, you can see, has started developing a couple of eyes, which I'm pleased about because I was getting a bit worried about that. Canal Bronzo is not doing anything, so that could be a problem. Blight Soft Gleam, it's now got some shoots to it, so that's cutting material there. I've had cuttings off these, off the Winhomes and that. Mary's Germander, only managed so far one cutting, but that one cutting has forced all these little eyes to pop and engage and start sprouting, and then this plant I just needed to do a bit more. Those back ones at the moment doing, oh, I say doing nothing, yeah, doing nothing. So yeah, needs something to happen on there. On to seedlings. Antirrhinums all doing their thing, and then the rest of this is all the chili peppers. It's been so wet, and I came in here on Tuesday evening, and because I go back a stage, it's been so wet, and I've noticed all these bloody notching on the leaves. Not been able to work out what's happening with that. Came in on Tuesday because it's so really wet, and there's 3 slugs, just yeah, little slugs munching away on the bit. So yeah, they went outside. Just got a few token gesture dahlia cuttings as a bit of an infill. Wasn't sure how they were going to be doing their Rycroft Jill, because obviously the peppers are nicely established, so I couldn't put any covering over these. So they've only got bottom heat, no cover, and actually they're as sound as anything. So yeah, might be something to try on. The basil, red basil, so that's a red Reuben, and then British basil growing there. A couple more dahlias over the back, chili in the can, and then some more dahlia cutting there. These are the first ones, which you can see that one was one that had the slugs on. No sign of root out yet, but it's getting there. Got some Eryngium there, got the celery, Utah in this first half, which is the green one, and then golden stem on the other side. Potatoes, just waiting to get them out really. Oh yeah, forgot about this. And then down here, just trying to get these turmeric and ginger to do something. They're just refusing to wake up. Oh, look at that. I've got spinach just starting. So Rubino just starting to pop up. Obviously growing to like nothing on Matador, but we'll have to see. They all went in on Tuesday as well. Let's head back out, see what's happening in Cold House. Okay, oh, let's move these. Cold frame. Right, so got some garlic down there. So this is just some leftover Provence that I had. These are normal allium bulbs. Oh yeah, they're the allium lavender bubbles. Some elephant garlic corms in there. Lilies. So these are little lily corms I've been growing for about 3 years, just trying to get the sizing up on them. Shallots, slowly. Bought them last month, but it's been so wet, not been able to plant them out, so they've gone straight into the trays to get them going. Broad beans, and got the beetroot funky mix on the other side there. So this lot, I had hoped to plant these out today, but with it being so wet, I'm not going to bother. Got the kale cuttings, they're all doing their thing there. Likewise, shallots, all looking big. These are ones, supermarket bought ones, of some essentially big shallot varieties that are found in the supermarket, so I thought I'd give them a try. First batch of kale to plant out. Again, a desperate need to go out, but it's just been so wet. And then got some kale, oric, onion, and some Russian kale on the go there, and then they're all the sweet peas. So essentially need to go over allotment now. Properly wet coming up here. Literally got up here. I'm taking refuge in the shed at the moment. It's just ridiculous. So it looked a bit suspect, but now, yeah, rain is definitely going to hold off play. We'll have to do a walk around in a couple of minutes. Sleep. Okay, so I'm just going to have to get on with it because the forecast now is an hour of heavy rain, getting heavier. So look how wet it is though. Yeah, we'll start in reverse compared to normal. Came up here Tuesday, got these two sections done. The thought is that obviously going to run some beams across the top, and this will be where I grow some sweet peas up either side. Probably sweet peas anyway. So the bed still sits empty. That is where the potatoes will be going fairly soon actually, as soon as we get a bit of a downtime in the rain. We are into March after all, so probably another fortnight I reckon, and then that'll be potatoes. So gave that a quick weed on the Tuesday. The onions are all sprouting away, which is good. If you recall, back in January I gave them another mulch over the top with some more manure, and they've come through quite nicely, which I'm pleased about because again, with it being so wet. Now these are the Welsh onions, and they are going into flower, which is absolutely crazy, but yeah, I guess that kind of shows how weird it is. Garlic, again, let's do a little down view of that. Now they're looking good, just need the weather to warm so that I can put a feed on them. Other than that, they're good. Jesus, look at it. Started doing the prep work for this bed, so this is going to be the dahlia bed. So I've put manure underneath and then soil to the top. Need to work my way through. Obviously the kale still hanging on, and the perpetual spinach. I haven't actually done a perpetual spinach sowing at home as yet, so I'll need to do that. But yeah, I've still got a good 6 weeks before I've got to worry about planting that for dahlias, so no issues on that. Now this bed, started doing a bit of weeding far end, and I repaired the bed as well. The timber that was there had rotted, I think just under the sheer weight of the wet soil, plus the ground dipped away, so there's a lot of weight on that peg. So I repaired this on Tuesday, redone that. This come up, and you probably noticed there a load of straw, and that is, oh, that's snapped. That is because I used some of the straw manure over there underneath that path, just to try and even it up a little bit, because it's just so wet as well. And well, quite frankly, the straw is not a lot of use for what I want at the moment, so it's quite good for that. Came through, gave this bed a good old weed. So yeah, that's prepped ready, but you can see again how much it's sunk by. Really surprised, given the fact that back end of last year, oh look at that, the sun's coming out, back end of last year I put the manure in, got the soil up, so it is only an inch below the top. Same with that bed actually, so you can see how much the organic matter drops, and that is why for anyone doing the allotments as a no dig method, you do need a hell of a lot of organic matter, because as soon as it starts breaking down, well, it decreases by over 50% in volume. So learning that quite quickly, really. Need to overdo things. Leeks looking pretty good. Trying to work out the dry root. There isn't one. Artichoke. got a rhubarb down there, and I've set up this really crude bed. Let's get to it from the other side. Really crude bed. I had from my old site, the neighbour, just watching this. The neighbour, when he was packing up, didn't want these. Now these are sort of pallet things, so I just crudely set up a couple to see if I could try and force a rhubarb, and it has worked to a certain extent. Only the wind has obviously blown it off, but let's see if it makes a difference or not. Don't know. Jesus. This bed here is the chrysanthemums, and I've got a feeling, having looked at them on Tuesday, I can't see any visible growth from any of them. That's a weed. Can't see any visible growth, so I think, I hate to say it, but I think I might have lost them all over the winter, with it just being too cold and wet for them. But the other side to that is that actually, with them suffering so much with the rust last year, I'm not as bothered if I've lost them as I probably would have been, if that makes sense, because, well, they didn't really do a lot for me. They didn't really give me the cut flower, so yeah, it was a lot of effort last year for nothing. So we'll see what happens. Watch this space. Oh blimey. So these were the calcite onions from last year, and you can see how wet it's been. I mean, they're all dying off. Just nothing can do about it. It's just been so wet, they're all rotting. Need some sun. So out of, well, what we lost, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably that one as well, 6, 8 have now lost to the wet. Doesn't bode well. Red cabbage, they've been stripped, as of the perennial cabbage or perennial kale. See what happens with them. Bit of garlic hanging on in there. Definitely need to get in here and do a bit of weeding. So that's the elephant garlic. Bit of a mixed bag really. Some doing well, some not so. Shallots under here, you can see that is sort of a decent covering of leaf appearing, so hopefully they'll do something. Perennial walking onions or Egyptian walking onions, again mixed bag. That lot nothing. These lot from the larger bulbs coming back, although there's some big noticeable gaps in there, which I can't say I'm surprised at. I mean, it's just wet everywhere. I had intended to get onto this bed on Tuesday, just never happened, but yeah, it's a state of play at the moment. I mean, just look how wet the fields are. They tried to level this 2 weeks ago with the roller and the mini tractor, which don't weigh a lot, but it literally just was rutting everywhere, so they had to abandon that. Well, they had to abandon it when they got it stuck, and then had to use the bigger tractor to pull it out, which has obviously ruined the field a little bit. Some of the sheep up there munching, but most of the sheep have been moved into the further field now, and well, for that to happen shows how wet it is. Anyway, that is amazingly 2nd of March update. What a start to the year, eh? So, round up for start of March. Really hope the weather improves, because well, it's just been so wet here in Essex, East Anglia. We've had a lot of rain, more than usual. It's been mild. We haven't had the frost, but even where we're at in January, we'd already had 90% of the winter rainfall, and the February is just well, caused so much flooding. I suppose the only thing to be thankful for is that we're on elevated grounds, not too many rivers nearby, so we haven't had the floodings that you get when you're sort of more Midlands and up north. But anyway, start of March, believe it or not, we can only hope that things are going to improve fairly soon. Yeah, watch this space, see what happens. Hopefully for the mid-week, mid-month update as to if we get some sun by then. So yeah, anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. Gives you a bit of guide as to where I'm at versus probably where you're at. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos. Hopefully there'll be slightly better weather conditions than this. And till next time, mind how you go. See you soon.